Cragin, tell me a little bit about the planning of this meeting and going into it knowing that it wasn't going to be like a normal meeting.
Sure, we've done this conference for decades. We've got everything down pat. We know exactly what to do. But with COVID, we knew that we had to give a virtual option to our membership. But our members really also wanted to meet in person, so they were very divided. And so it came to trying to find a solution that would allow us to do both and give our members what they were asking for.
How did you go about doing that? What was the process of discovery of how do we do, okay, we need to do this. Now what?
Right? So we had seen more sophisticated conferences and national conferences. We knew it could be done, but could it be done with our budget? And so then it became a matter of finding the right team. And we just started asking the vendors we trusted, and they recommended Omni.
So as you prepared for this meeting and at the end of day one of the rehearsal day, tell me where your head was in terms of the butterflies.
Sure. Well, like I said, we have this meeting down pat. We are really good at running conferences, but with a new technical aspect, it wasn't the same. It was very unfamiliar, and we don't know what we don't know until we find out and we learn it. And we were learning new things every day as a part of tech. I think we're spoiled by Apple and FaceTime that these things are easy. But when you bring in hundreds of people, some on camera and some in person, and in the crowded and spread out ballroom due to COVID, all of a sudden, FaceTime is chump change.
Yeah. So let's move into the discussions with Omni that you had. Obviously, you were trying to figure out, is this a good fit? Just tell me about that selection process. I know it came from a strong recommendation, which simplified your life because you trust consensus and they know us really well. But still, you still had to kind of go through is this still right for us?
We did. We have a big team that works on conferences. It's not just me, it's a lot of us. And so first, you came highly recommended. Second, our meeting planner met with Omni and she hung up the phone and she said, gosh, I hope their prices are right because these guys are good. I can just tell from talking to them that they're confident and they're ready to help us problem solve and make the tech fit our meeting. And so after that, then it came down to numbers, and your numbers were great and competitive. And then we introduced you to another person on our team that would really be interacting with you during the conference. She said the same thing. They're ready to problem solve. They're ready to help us figure out how to make our meeting work in a virtual and hybrid environment.
What surprised, you knew that you were going to have all kinds of surprises, but what's the surprise or the thing that came up that it was like, oh, I didn't anticipate that, and how did that work out?
There were so many little things that I think we just take for granted. Audio to me is a prime example of we just take it for granted that the microphones are going to work or that it's going to be back and forth because someone talks virtually, then there can be a question back and forth. But that audio, those transitions, I didn't have respect that takes time, and the more things you introduce, the more complicated it is. And so it's just a matter of realizing that we take a lot of things for granted that isn't true when you magnify it.
Yeah, you turn it into that virtual because now you got people with weird devices at home or in their offices and things
Right,
like that.
right.
Tell me about your members who were presenting and kind of the range of their levels of experience.
Oh gosh. Well, our members are, they're as diverse as the people that elected them. And so we have members that are very technical savvy, and we have lots of members that just aren't.
Can you help me pick that up?
So our members are every degree of technically savvy, from nothing to a lot. And Omni helped us meet them where they were. We did rehearsals, we met with them ahead of time to set them up for success.
Great. Tell me a little bit about the feedback you're getting. I mean, we're getting ready to start day 3. We've had two good days. What are you hearing from members? What are you hearing from your staff? What are you hearing from everybody?
The feedback we're getting is phenomenal. Our virtual participants are thanking us profusely for providing that option. Our in-person attendants are impressed by the way that we've been able to step up our game. But most importantly, our numbers reflect the value. We're seeing record numbers in attendance and sponsorships just because we've been able to provide this diversity. You know, we chose Omni because we wanted them to be able to go with us to conference. We wanted to integrate them into our team, and we thought it would take a little while. But the truth is, on day one, they were integrated with our team from a personality standpoint and from an exceptional standpoint. We require that our team look at everything and think, how can I do this better? What can I improve? And Omni already did that. That was how they approached everything. And so even if the first take was great, they were still thinking about how they could make it better.